PhoneBridge is an application for crowdsourcing tech support. PhoneBridge was made by Aman, Aditya, and Girish, all computer science students of PES University in the 5th semester. What is PhoneBridge? In today's day, smartphones have become extremely cheap. We're talking about things like Moto E, which cost less than 5,000 rupees. This has led to feature phones being eliminated entirely. What does this mean? This means a lot of people buy smartphones but really don't have any idea how to use them properly. Take the example of my grandfather itself. He purchased a smartphone, but unfortunately, he couldn't even do the most basic tasks like picking up a call or sending out a message. What is the problem of this, right? The problem is that there isn't any tech support to help him. He can't call the Samsung people and ask them how he should make a call or how he should send out a message or how he should open the alarm clock. Neither does he feel right in continuously asking the people around him. Furthermore, it's not necessary that there's someone always around him, and if somebody keeps doing it for him, he's never going to learn. This is the problem that we want to address with PhoneBridge. We want to bridge the gap between simply owning a phone and knowing how to use it. And we want to do it in a manner that's extremely simple and easy to use. So how do we solve the problem? Here's what we do, right? We crowdsource tech support. We connect people who don't know how to use their phone with people who do know how to use their phone. But here's the thing, we don't expect you to know how to Google and search for answers. We don't expect any of that. What we provide is an extremely simple tap by tap visual interface so that you don't have to understand exactly what the technicalities of it are, but rather you can simply follow the pointer and it will show you exactly what you need to do. To clearly explain this, a demo will help. So here you can see someone asking a question in our extremely simple user interface. There's only ask and answer, and there are no more complexities than that. No registration forms, nothing of the sort. So now he's asking how to open the clock.
How to open the clock?
We provide an audio feature so that it transcends language, right? So people can ask in Hindi, Kannada, any regional language how they need to open a clock. So now someone who knows how to use the phone is going to answer his question. He's sent to the home screen where he's given a screenshot button. The moment he clicks that button, the screenshot will be sent to the experienced user of his current screen. And now the screenshot is downloading. Now, wherever he taps on the screenshot, the person will get a notification saying tap here. He taps there and simply clicks the screenshot button again. The screenshot is once again sent to the experienced user. And there you have it. In an extremely fluid manner, he was able to solve his problem. So how is PhoneBridge different from the applications that currently exist in the market? We can't expect people to use Stack Overflow or Google the answers when they can't do basic tasks like open the browser or open the alarm clock. That's why we need a visual interface where you can do step-by-step guidance where the person can simply follow and click wherever he's told to click. How this is useful is that the first time he does it, he's going to remember how to do the same thing forever and doesn't need help. Finally, the second application is TeamViewer. The way it's different from TeamViewer is that TeamViewer asks you to take a screenshot by pressing and holding the power button along with the down volume button. And we think this is fairly complex because not everyone knows that to begin with, right? Furthermore, TeamViewer is only between two people who know each other and it isn't crowdsourced. So here what happens is anybody in the world can answer the question, and it's not restricted to people you know. Basically, our app is much more simple to use and is specially designed so that people who can't use their phones learn how to use it in a very easy manner. So the question finally becomes, is this really feasible, right? Will people use the application? And we think that it is. A survey conducted basically found that more than 80% of the people would pay for more tech support, and like 7 out of 10 users were likely to recommend a device if it had more tech support. So what are we doing here, right? Companies like Samsung spend nearly 40 to 45% of their budget employing people for tech support. In comparison to that, they can offer something like a free phone to the person who helps the most number of people within a week, and this sort of incentive will make people answer a lot of questions related to Samsung. Similarly, all companies can provide incentives. Furthermore, ours is device independent, which means someone who's using a Nokia device can answer a Samsung question, or someone who's using one plus one can answer a Motorola question. Essentially, anyone who knows how to use a phone can guide anyone in using it. And this data that is generated, right? So since it's not device specific, since it's not application specific, we can get to know what exactly the shortcomings in the UI are. If many people are asking how do I share a photo on Facebook, we can sell that data to Facebook and say this particular part of your user interface is not good. And the money that we get from selling this data can be again distributed amongst people willing to answer. So basically, what we're doing is using the budget that people assign to conventional centers, tech support centers, and crowdsourcing it. And by generating revenue in this manner, we can ensure that it's extremely feasible because one phone a week is a very meager cost to Samsung in comparison to what they currently spend. And since this many more people will go for that one phone, you have a large number of people answering questions regardless of how trivial or how difficult they are. Finally, the technical details of our application. The front end is written in Android and the user interface is extremely simple with just two buttons so that people do not get confused while using the application. The backend is written in PHP and a part of it in Flask, which is a Python micro framework. We use Google Cloud Messaging to communicate between the server and the phone because this is the design pattern that Google follows in order to preserve battery life. There's no registration screen because we don't want additional complications that aren't required. Finally, we also support translation into many languages, which is why there's very little text in our application. And we have the feature to allow people to upload a question using audio instead of text so that even people from rural areas such as villages who speak only languages like Kannada, Hindi, things that aren't fully supported in all phones with respect to text can ask their questions easily. And since the answering of the question takes place by simple taps, there's no real text involved for them to answer a question, and that helps people of two different languages. Like a Hindi speaker can help a Kannada speaker because there's no text involved in our solution. We hope you like this application. Thank you.